Hello everybody, welcome back to another OGR, baby, as today is game 35, and I'm not very happy about this game, to say the least. I got a lot of things to talk about. We haven't played in over a week, and Tippett just, once again, is just a fucking idiot, dude. I don't know how many times, we just gotta give him shit, but tonight was just honestly the worst coaching I've ever seen in my life and since the starting of the year. Now, Tippett's stubbornness is absolutely just mind-blowing. Tonight he put the McDavid dry line back together, which did us good. We had a 3-1 lead going into the second period, and then he wanted to play the fucking trap game that we always seem to play like, and we absolutely got bombed in the third period. We played good in the first and second, but we played like absolute garbage going into the third period. I don't know what happened. I don't know what Tippett fucking did. I don't know what type of style we played, but legit, the rest of the Oilers team was trash. And Mr. Tippett's like, oh guys, I don't want to stack the Nudes dry Yamamoto line because that means the Edmonton Oilers would be a one-line team. Well, that's what you're fucking doing here, man! When you put McDavid in dry, you're basically stacking it. And then when you do not change the lineups the entire fucking game, you get this type of outcome where the team plays like shit, especially in the third period. Also, Legason, he is not an NHL defenseman, Tippett, and I do not understand why you need to put him alongside Larson. It makes no sense to me. You're such a fucking incompetent coach. It's absolutely fucking mind-blowing. And then you decide to throw, let's see, Chris Russell, he's a top 4 pairing guy. Let's put him alongside of Ethan Bear. Yeah, that is such a smart idea, Tippett. Great job for your dumb fucking coaching, buddy. Legit, the way that Tippett's been coaching this team lately has just been very incompetent and just outright dumb. These lineups, I said right off the start of the show that we were going to lose this game. When I was doing play-by-play between these two teams, I seen the Dry McDavid line work together, and I said, yeah, that'll be a great first line. You know, the rest of the team will be like shit. I'm sorry, but the RNH Cahoon Yamamoto line is not going to be good, and it turned out to be very bad. They got hemmed in their zone every single time. Every single time they got hemmed in their own zone. Nuge was a -2. Dominic Cahoon turned over the puck that ended up being a big goal for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Just overall, the entire night for that line was just an absolute gong show. They barely got any offensive zone time. They got hemmed in their own zone the entire game. But every single minute, like every time you seen that, like, you had the McDavid, Draisaitl, Puljujärvi line, they were to go out there and pound. They would have a really good shift. And then the second shift, and the third shift, and the fourth shift was just so disappointing. Why even throw out those fucking players? You might as well play McDavid, Draisaitl, and Puljujärvi the entire game, because that's basically going to be the only way that we win this game, because that is the only line that was able to score all fucking night long. And it's just such a joke why Tippett thinks that, this line was going to work. It's just so mind-blowing how incompetent of a coach he is and how stubborn he is. And then especially to play William Legason, 15 minutes, and also Russell 18. Russell was a gong show out there. Legason, he was so dumb. I don't know what the half of the time he was doing. He was practically poking out his ass for people to fucking hump him all the goddamn time, man. He would legit try to protect the puck and then get it over to Adam Larson, and then Adam Larson's like, oh, what do I do with the puck? Oh, we'll just rifle it down and dump and chase, boys. And then we weren't able to get the puck, and it's all the way back down in our zone. Toronto had 31 shots to 20 last night, and it was because of the fact that we couldn't even break it into the Leafs zone. Yeah, sure, we were hitting a lot. That doesn't fucking matter. Cassian, yeah, sure, he had a couple beautiful hits, but we weren't getting any shots on the net, and mostly the only line was able to was that first line. And then the third line with the Haas, Cassian, Archibald. I thought that was our other best line. The second line needs to be a lot better. Cahoon and Yamamoto are two similar players, and I don't understand why Tippett throws them together. They don't make sense alongside of each other, and they haven't since the start of the year. They're two similar players. They're both forechecking players who play a really hard game. They do not belong with each other, and I don't understand why Tippett is just... he's dumbfounding me every single fucking game that I react that we lose, especially a game like this against the Toronto Maple Leafs, because this one absolutely fucking frustrates me, because we had the lead, we have a 3-1 lead, and then we just laid back in the third period. And we do this every single year, where, you know, every game this year has been like that. You know, we get a nice good lead, and this was how we started out the start of the year. We would start out the game really good. You know, we have a fast-paced first period, and then the second period, you know, it's not as bad. And in the third period, it's just like we completely fall off. It's like we completely forget how to play hockey, and that's what it seemed like. The only line that knew how to play hockey was McDavid, Draisaitl, and Puljujärvi. So Tippett, I swear to God, if I see you once again put the McDavid Dry line together, I will put my fist through my fucking monitor. I will legit will, because that will be the dumbest thing I think Tippett will ever do once again if we put that line together. Tippett, you need to put along Nuge, Draisaitl, Yamamoto, and not just for one game, not just for one fucking game, more than that. Okay? Stop being an idiot. And also, don't bench Tyler Ennis. You know, we need depth scoring. Yeah, let's put in Devin fucking Shore to play 7 minutes of worthless time. Great idea, Tippett. Great idea. I round of applause for you for that one as well, you goddamn buffoon. You need to apparently go back to coaching school, because you don't know jack shit out there, Tippett. You really don't. Your lines don't make sense. You're a goddamn idiot, buddy. And also, these refs were absolutely horrible last night as well. I seen a couple penalties that could have been called. We only got one power play. I wish we could have got a little bit more, but even then, it wouldn't have helped us anyways, because we can't score on our fucking power play just in general anyways. So, instead of me keeping ranting about these idiotic lines that Tippett put together, let me just go and review this game for you guys. As Perry Anvil got the first goal of the game there for the Toronto Maple Leafs. He put up his third. It was a little bit of a weird one. It was like practically up in the air, and then he like balked it with his stick, I think is what the review kind of showed. It wasn't really conclusive, but they did count it as a good goal. And I was like, oh fuck, whatever. The Toronto Maple Leafs, of course, go up 1-0, and then Darnell Nurse gets his 11th, his career high officially now, as he gets his 11th of the season. It was a nice play. He stepped up. This actually was almost ended up being a goal, because Tyson Barrie got mauled over and lost the puck. And people in Edmonton are talking about giving him an extension. Man, those guys are dumb. Anyways, Darnell Nurse, McDavid made a nice pass over to Darnell Nurse, and Nurse shot it right through the wickets of Campbell. And then Draisaitl, this was a beautiful one. McDavid made basically just this beautiful tuck pass over to Draisaitl. Draisaitl one-timed it, scored his 19th. And then Tyson Barrie also stepped up into the play, and he got his 5th by a nice pass by Draisaitl, and it was a nice play by Perry to keep it into the zone, getting it to Draisaitl and just going straight to the net. And in the third period, John Tavares got his 10th of the season, and then also William Nylander, which was once again just William Lagesson just couldn't, win another puck battle, and this was a constant thing all night long, where Lagesson and Russell and Barrie, every time they had somebody on them, they just lost the puck battle. They just lost it. You look at Bear. I mean, Nurse gets mauled over too, but Bear is such a good job of protecting that puck and making sure he does a good job of it. And that's why we need Caleb Jones in this lineup, because we don't have a lot of puck-moving defensemen. You're relying on Legason and Larson as our puck-moving defensemen, and we really don't want that. Legason's not a puck-moving defenseman. He's a big, burly defensive defenseman. And putting him alongside of another big, burly defensive defenseman is just... It's absolutely dumbfounding. I would yell, but I don't even want to yell about something that is just so dumb that it already yells at itself, practically. And then Matthews with just an unfortunate puck bounce that bounced off a Draisaitl and Nurse and ended up going right into the back of the net. People were smashing Mike Smith a bit. Mike Smith played great. You got to blame the defense on this one. The defense was to blame. And the lineup changes of Dave Tippett was incompetent and stubborn. You were to see Keefe. He were to make line changes throughout the game. You seen Hyman go up on the first line with Matthews. We were seeing lineup changes when needed be. But Tippett just keeps the lineups the same. We don't see a change. And it's annoying. It really is, and I don't have any more words for Dave Tippett. I've been complaining about him all year long, about his line changes, but Guys, this will come back, and we will see this. I feel like if we do make it to the playoffs, Dave Tippett will do something stupid with the lineups, and that will lose us the playoffs. Just like how we did in Chicago. When I was watching that Chicago series, I blame Tippett. I honestly do. The way that Tippett sets up the lines, the way that he does things, he is stubborn and incompetent, and seems every time the media tells him something, he does the complete fucking opposite. So I'm just going to leave it as it is. Tippett, you're a goddamn idiot and a goddamn buffoon. I don't have anything else to say about you, but this loss was because of the coach and because of our incompetent defense. But if we were to actually throw out proper D-men out there, I think we would have actually been able to shut this game down and also not go into a full trap game and, fucking shelter back in the third period. I don't know what the hell we were doing in the third period. It was a real bad third period. It really was. It was just not the period that I was envisioning going into that period. And, yeah. That's all I gotta say for this fucking game. Adios, amigos.